We'll go OK to that, and we're just going to move it down so that it's behind, on top of the pre-comp for the sunbeams, but below the foreground element. And then we're just going to use the ellipse tool. Just going to draw out something like that is fine, and just reposition it back up to where the sun is, and that's going to work nicely. We'll give it a nice fall off for the mask. You don't want to fall it off so much that it doesn't have a sort of a solid central area there. And now we're just going to change the mode to overlay, and I'll switch that on and off, and you'll see that it's really starting to sort of bump up the light value in that sun area there. And what we're going to do is control, well, actually we need to make sure that our camera move is going to stay on track there. So let's bring up our mask settings again, hit a keyframe for frame 0, and then when we go through to the end, just move the mask and make sure that the mask maintains near that sun, and you'll see as we scrub that that's just going to work nicely. So now we can duplicate, Control D, and we'll just rename that to we'll go sun add, and we're going to change that to an add, or maybe let's try a screen. I think screen's going to work nicely, so we might as well rename that sun screen. And then we're just going to bring up T for opacity and wind that down a little bit, and that's going to work. We might even, we'll leave it up for a moment. We'll go into the mask setting, and we will Control T and just scale it. Or actually what we'll do is just go into those mask settings and reduce the feather slightly, and then expand it in slightly, and that means we're just going to get this sort of dual highlight effect, and I think that's going to work nicely there. And I really think that yeah, what we might need to do, I'm just not sure whether, you'll see at the moment the foreground element is blocking out those two layers that we've just put there, and you'll see if I move those up above, it starts to actually take over